Hello. I thought I would just get back on here to give you a quick update of how life has been in the NICU. So for anybody who didn't know or hasn't really been following along, I had identical twin boys prematurely at 30 weeks and 2 days, and they are currently in the NICU. That's where I am now. And they expect to keep them until their due date of December 2nd. So they were born on September 25th. So we'll be here total for about 2.5 months. So I'll just update you on the boys really quick, and then on me and how I'm doing and kind of how I'm like coping with the whole situation of being here in the NICU. So first off, the boys are doing really well. I won't go into too much detail because I don't know too much detail, to be totally honest. I always, just whenever I listen to the doctors when they're in rounds, I just ask them for the highlights and ask for the bottom line. Is everything good? Is everything looking normal? Good. That's all I need to know. Because after like no sleep and just pumping my brains out, I feel like I'm not forming new memories anymore. It's pretty funny. Like I don't really remember anything. So yeah, but they're doing well, just kind of doing some regular growing, and that's it. Oh, and I forgot to say too that the boys now are in side-by-side rooms. They had been on complete opposite ends of the NICU before, and one day when one of the 3 days that I went home during the day, when I say I went home, I can't bring myself to go home overnight yet. I don't want to do that, but I go home for a couple of hours during the day. When I came back in the afternoon, they had moved them side by side. It was like a little surprise they gave me, and that has made life so much easier. So that's just another update that I forgot to include. Yeah. So then, as for me, I have some good days and I have some not so good days, some good moments, some not so good moments. Emotionally, the way I'm choosing to deal with it is to stay here pretty much all the time. Everyone here is convinced that I'm not able to sleep in these chairs, but they keep saying, go home, take advantage of the help that you're getting here and go home. And as much as I appreciate that, and I do know it's an option, like I've been home 3 times since we've been here, and it's just such an ordeal packing my stuff up and going home, and I don't know, like it just seems like too big of a production, and when I go home the house just feels empty. I don't really want to be there, so kind of makes me feel better to just be here with them, see what's going on. And that's not how everyone chooses to deal with it, but that's how I'm coping and how I'm handling it, and it makes me feel good to just be in their presence. And I have to say, when I say the word coping, there's nothing bad. Like these boys were just preemies. They were just early. They're doing everything right. They're just in little incubators and just growing. So they're not sick, and I'm really grateful for that. It could be so much worse because I see some sick babies here, and that's luckily not the case right now. So I'm really grateful for that. It's really just not the way I pictured their arrival to go. Everything was just such a huge whirlwind, and being in here is kind of a little, makes you feel like you're going a little crazy sometimes, but I don't know. I'd rather be here than home. But if you're also a NICU mom and kind of like struggle with seeing them in the incubator like I do, tell yourself this. Tell yourself that it's just a really fancy, expensive bassinet. And not all newborns who come home full term are held all the time, because I kind of have a hard time feeling like I can't hold them as much as I want. Like I would love to just hold them all the time and be able to take them out of the incubator whenever I want, and I wish they weren't hooked up to all this stuff. But I just tell myself, all this gear that they have and all the functions of this incubator, it's just like the fanciest, safest, healthiest bassinet in the world. And not all newborn babies, when they come home, are held all the time. They're put in a crib or a bassinet. You leave them, watch them on the monitor, and you pick them up sometimes to feed them, but you give them to somebody else to hold. You put them in a rocker, you put them in a swing. So that's how I kind of visualize the situation. It makes it a little bit easier to deal with. So anyway, things are okay. Right now, currently is a good moment. But sometimes out of nowhere, I'll just start crying, and I think what's important to me now is also to just be alone. I really like to just be alone, keep to myself, because I'm pretty much chained to the pump, and I'd like some privacy with that. So it's kind of just how I'm handling things, staying here pretty much all the time, sleeping here, and kind of keeping to myself a little bit, but also feeling my feelings and allowing myself to take a break if I want to take a break. Anyway, but I'll be back with another video. I'd like to do a little nursery tour at some point, so maybe one of the days that I go home, I have a second to show you the nursery. That's what I'd really like to do next. So anyway, that's that. This is life in the NICU for now, so things are good. They're gonna keep getting better, I'm telling myself that, and it's just a matter of time before I'm bringing them home. Okay, hope you all are doing well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.